Hello, I'm Dr. Sam Hancock of the Emerald Planet and Emerald Planet TV. We come to you on a week-to-week basis from Washington, D.C. in the United States as we look around the globe in 144 different nations, looking for those 1,000 best practices, the technology, services, and products that are making a difference as we move through the 21st century. And as we have a planet of 9 billion people by 2038 and possibly 12 to 13 billion by the end of this century, how are we going to be able to take care of all these people on planet Earth? And that's what Emerald Planet's all about. We come to you looking at the solutions, the best practices from around the globe as we create the Emerald Planet. Hello, welcome to the Emerald Planet. We're making a difference as we move through the 21st century. And seeing the long-term impacts of climate change. We're glad to have you. Thank you for being with us. We've been talking about Abuja 50, the program and by the ATV, which is the Abuja Technology Village, to generate its own electrical power through solar renewable energy and provide low-cost green energy to over 200 organizations, companies, hospitals, universities, nonprofits, even the World Trade Center, all in this magnificent area called the Abuja Technology Village. And we have the gentleman who is really the linchpin as far as creating all this. This is Idongesit Nkereuwem. He is the CEO at Magnifique. And they're the ones that are going to be providing the on-site electricity for this very huge project that looks just like this. So Idong, welcome back to the Emerald Planet TV.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looking at this Abuja Industrial Park, this is really an audacious project, huge. Tell us a little bit about the landmass where all this is being built and how this is really changing the dynamic of Abuja as the national capital city of Nigeria.
Yeah, Abuja Technology Village is occupying 840 hectares of land, which is 8.4 million square kilometers. And the ambition is to replicate Dubai, which is basically a special economic zone. So Abuja Technology Village will bring in industries from various countries, ranging from technology industries down to information technology, as it were, and also other cottage industries to come and set up in Abuja and also have the incentives that every economic zone provides.
This is really a huge footprint that we're looking at right here. It's going to include almost 1 million people actually living in and around this entire project, thousands of people working here. And again, it's going to include the schools, the hospitals, various NGOs, the World Trade Center, all is coming into this area. So why is your renewable, low-cost green technology, green energy so important to make this a success?
Yeah, we are very important in the sense that green energy is this way that every country that is signed up to the climate change initiative, is embarking on. So the clean energy, reliable energy is an offshoot of the campaign against dirty fuel initiative. So the clean energy would provide reliable, uninterrupted power supply.
Now, looking at this, and I'm going to let you explain this. This is a little more complex, but it directly relates to what you're going to be doing within the ATV. But the whole thing about moving away from the current energy, where is most of the energy coming from today, and why is that totally unacceptable and actually is even mandated against within the ATV?
Yeah, most of the energy currently is coming from their dirty generators, sometimes from the grid. And you know that the centrally networked grid, by operational implication, has constituted a lot of constraints because of the weakness of the transmission lines and distribution lines. So today we have a lot of shortage of of power, and our system is designed to give uninterrupted, clean, reliable, steady power, and it's going to be via solar system. So if you look at this, you will see the solar panel, then you will see the charge controller, you will see the transformers and inverters, and then you have the switching circuits. Then it goes straight to the transmission and distribution lines, including the storage system, so that when it's a little bit dark, our power keeps on, supplying to our end users.
Yeah, I think this is really a magnificent city that you have. Very, very important. Why is Nigeria taking this very bold stand on the African continent and saying we are making our stake for the future of Africa is going to be in renewables?
Yes, the future of the world, not just Africa, is renewable. So every country must embrace renewable energy. Dubai right now wants to eradicate all the dirty fuels, and I'm sure that by 2070 or 2080, which is their plan, is to totally rely on renewable energy. So Nigeria also should look at countries like Dubai and follow their example, because there's nothing wrong copying what is right or what is good.
Yeah, and this is something that's really very important for Nigeria, even though it has vast resources as far as natural gas and crude oil is concerned. It wants to be providing that to other countries around the world that may need it, but it wants to move away and be self-sufficient as far as its own renewable energy. And I think that's something that goes a long way as far as the nation is concerned, is setting up, as we see in this example here, a new green future as far as energy within Nigeria and on the continent. So, what do you see as far as the movement towards green energy in Nigeria and also for the continent?
Yeah, what I see is that there's a lot of awareness now. There's a lot of campaign for green energy. There's a lot of funding for green energy. There's the Green Energy Fund. There's the Power Africa initiative that even the US government has actually, done for Africa. So there's a lot of campaign. There's a lot of advocacy for green energy. There's a lot of innovation also. So there's innovation. There's new technology just for storage system, for solar system, for all sorts of technology coming for green. So I believe today is the right time to take decisive action to ensure that we also embrace green energy initiative and provide those initiatives to our off-takers, customers, and the country at large.
Right. Keeping the lights on. Why is this something that hasn't happened in the past, but yet this is in essence, the promise, the guarantee that the government, private industries, public-private partnerships like yours. Why is this so important now, the 21st century, that you're really going to keep the lights on?
Yeah, absolutely. In the past, we've had Electricity Corporation of Nigeria. We've had the National Electricity Power Authority, NEPA. We've also had the Power Holding Company of Nigeria, PHCN, before it was subsequently privatized. So the grid, as it were, has journeyed through several hands, and it has not solved our problem. So the best thing that the government did was to privatize, make the provision of power totally profitable. And because it is profitable, profit would bring in investment. So every investor wants to make money. So by making money, you have to provide services. So if you look at this diagram, you realize that there's a direct shift from the old status quo to the new. So the next level is providing uninterrupted power supply and light up all the unlit bulbs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very, very important. Looking at this very simple chart as far as what you're mandating, what's in the national law and also within Abuja city law in order to guarantee that you're actually going to keep the lights on.
Yeah, absolutely. If you look at this chart, establish is to design, construct, and operate a 50 megawatt solar system in Abuja. And then, of course, we bring in the the right structure, which is the partnership between ourselves, Africa Kilowatts, Power China, and others. And then, of course, with this partnership, the next arrow is pointing to the supply. So with the structure, we are guaranteeing the supply, the off-takers, that they would have constant power supply.
I'm going to leave this up here. This is a very simple chart, but why is it so important that the FTV actually produce its own power within the development itself? Why not have it somewhere else?
Because the special economic zone, the laws are within that cluster. So all the bottlenecks have been eradicated by the fact that they are operating within a confined, defined special economic zone. So you would not have a lot of other agencies trying to mandate them to get unnecessary licenses or approvals that would delay the development of ATV. So the special economic zone, or the free zone, as it were, is fully incentivized such that they are not really bound by external regulations. And this is critical for developing the power sector there, so that at the end of the day, the subscribers and tenants there would have access to uninterrupted electricity supply, devoid of any challenges as a result of external interference.
And the interesting thing about that, Idong, if you really think about it, is that each day they can go and they can see their power being generated by the solar panels coming in through the converters and being distributed around if they want. There's not many projects in the world where you can you have the power being generated right there beside you, whatever type of structure you're in. So looking at this is a map of this whole area. And this is really a tremendous footprint that you have, that Abuja City and the federal government of Nigeria has committed itself to. So this FCT really is a special example for the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a special example for the world, not just Africa. It is a well-developed city, well-planned. Every structure in FCT is well-planned, including the trees. You can't just go and fell a tree without seeking permission of the government. So FCT is very critical. And of course, electricity is critical to ensuring that they meet the standard.
Yeah, and it's also you're bringing in world-class companies that are working with you. You have long-standing agreements, which is very, very important. And I think this is something that really sets what you're doing apart from the others. But we're going to go out on these examples of where the power is going to be used. Let's go through these quickly, and then we'll end up, what do you see for the future for the ATV and this type of public-private partnership as we go through the future?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm waiting.
Now, go through these examples we have here, Idong.
Yeah, this is a NightComSat, which is a satellite company. I'm standing just outside the NightComSat. They're the foremost satellite company in Nigeria, and they provide services. This is the Churchgate building, which is the Wall Trade Center in Abuja. It provides a lot of services from offices down to residential and to other businesses.
I think it's fantastic. And then being able to service a very large cement company is quite unique as far as solar energy is concerned. And then the diversity of what you're providing power to for the hospital. What do you see over the next 5 years? And you've got about 10 seconds to do that, Idong. Got to be quick.
In the next 5 years, we're going to hit 500 megawatts in Abuja metropolis, supplying important government facilities and private facilities.
This is Idong Nkereuwem, CEO Magnifique for the ATV, Africa Kilowatt Holdings, coming to you from the Emerald Planet International Foundation, the Emerald Planet TV, as we create the Emerald Planet.